All right, everybody. I think we are live. I hope you're doing well tonight. Yep, we are definitely live. So I hope everybody is having fun and doing some nice things tonight. A little bit later than normal. We had a good moose dinner. We had moose roast. So I hope that y'all are a little jealous actually because of that big moose I got. No, I'm just kidding with you. Anyway, don't forget the Olight sale on this new Turbo Valkyrie is going on. Link is in the description. That does help out the channel. This thing is pretty awesome. So anyway, I hope you guys like it. Um, I have no issues with Olight. I've had um, plenty of them. I got them on everything and no issues. So, and also they sent me for review. I just did a short on it, and link is in the description here. This Three Pigeons Tactical or a Three Pigeons Tactical Range Bag. This thing's pretty awesome. I like it, so it's pretty cool. Highly recommend it. So anyway, make sure if you're in the chat to go ahead and put a comment in there because I like to shout out the chat. All of our affiliate links are on MeWe and all of our Arms Directory. So don't forget to go look at our Arms Directory and MeWe pages. And again, Olight, Three Pigeons Tactical, links in the description. MeWe, Arms Directory, go check us out there. All right. So if you haven't seen one of my late night gun chats before, it's literally you ask me your questions about guns, I give you my advice, and it's worth exactly what you pay for it. Unless, of course, you give me a super chat, in which case it's worth less than what you paid for it, probably. Anyway, so that's that. And make sure you put a chat out there. Put your name in the chat so I can shout you out. We've got David Walcott, Tactical Futtery, Mr. I think a Taurus Judge is the best gun ever, Dan Cruz, and that's about it. That's in the chat right now. So make sure you get your questions in the chat. I got a question for you guys. Hunter Kirk is here. There we go. Yeah, Hunter Kirk is here. My Aero Precision upper is not feeding, and I was telling y'all that the Fail Zero bolt carrier group was too strong in my 22-250 upper. So when I put it into a 308 upper, guess what? It's not letting go of the round. It's gripping it so tight the ejector doesn't always eject the rounds. So let me know what y'all think. I'll put a short up about it and show you what's actually happening. Probably tomorrow night. We'll see. So, what's up, G23? How you doing? So, do you call yourself G23 for Glock 23? So, must be a 40 cal fan. 40 short and weak. 40 is still better than 9mm. I don't care what anybody says as far as ballistics go. Reliability and blow up on. Yeah, I've had one blow up on me. So, who knows? How much meat did you end up with? We ended up with a lot of meat. It was over 150 packages of hamburger at about a pound and a half. It's a lot of meat, so it is what it is. I'm guessing break-in period, maybe. Now it was hashtag 40 for life break-in period. Yeah. Let me say this about the break-in period things. Like real guns don't need a break. Good guns don't need a break-in period. Like if it's not a good gun if it needs a break-in period. All right, just ask Tactical Futtery about his about his Taurus Judge. All right, anyway, reloading Weatherby. Did you want a link? I wasn't sending out the links, but if you want one, I can send you one real quick. It won't be that long. So anyway, there you go. Sent Alaska One Andy. How you doing? Been reloading my second round of reloads into that federal brass you sent me. Appreciate it. Picked up a box of 400 Legendary. Nice looking round. Sweet. Literally a hone over. I fired and hang on. Oh, it's only because you give me a hard time, and I give you a hard time. All right, reloading Weatherby. Well, I sent you a link anyway, so we're doing awesome. That's cool. Have you gotten a moose or a caribou yet this year, Alaska One Andy? So, anybody, if your hunting season has started already, I know like Georgia, archery season has started. So if you've uh, if you've got a hunt, let me know. What are you talking about? Cat crap comes in handy. I'll tell you that. Handy for what? Used it on what? Oh, you got a black bear. Cool. Where at? Aren't you down near Juneau, or did you move back east and come back? So, where'd you get your black bear at? I thought about blowing this chat and going hunting black bear behind my house tonight, but there's a lot of there. Cat crap anti fog paste spray. Is that like the name brand? I've not used it, so never heard of it. Good job on the bear. Yeah. Got to out visiting family in West Virginia. I'm going to be in Palmer next week visiting my girl. Oh, there you go. Cool. Yep. Never heard of it. David, never heard of it. So that's that. So I will say that I'm having problems with my 6.5 by 284. Also, when you go to put a round in the chamber, it won't always let you put the rifle on safe. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Most of the time it doesn't initially, and you have to rework the boat a couple times. And then sometimes when you do that, it has a dead trigger, like a trigger that's locked where you can't move it. So I'm wondering what's messed up with the Savage. So it is what it is. Like I cleaned it and everything, and like when I was walking up to the moose, it happened to me, and I needed to put another round in him because he was kicking pretty good. So it was pretty bad. I'll bring you a jar of rendered fat. There you go. All right, appreciate it. Tallow. Yeah, that's rendered bear fat tallow. Dang. Yep. So yeah, well, it'll be nice to meet you, Tactical Futtery. Bring me a jar of something. Yeah. All right. Bring me a Taurus Judge to abuse on the channel. Throw it in the dirt. See what it does. So, anyway, congrats on your moose. Cool. Alan Dula, can't wait to move to Alaska. What's holding you back? What is holding you back? I love your oh, that's awesome. Your little avatar there. That's pretty funny. Yeah, thanks. Do you use Loctite on AR red dots? I use Loctite on anything that mounts to a gun except flashlights. I use Loctite on everything, anything you mount. If you have one of those slings and it loosens up on you too much, it has the screw on the swivel. I put Loctite on that before. I will actually do that if you want to go to the range with my girl. If you want to tag along, yeah, we'll see. Would a regular Red Hawk 44 Magnum handle hardcast well enough? Absolutely, yes. Yes, I've shot it. I would still do, for recoil purposes, the 255 grain Buffalo bore. Still a full powered load, but you'll get just as much penetration as the 340 grain. Maybe it's mid less, but not. You'll get 95% of the penetration the 340 grain will get. So it is what it is. I need a CDLA first. There you go. Well, go get it. What you waiting for? I'm sure there's good reason. So. Can you get a match grade barrel for a Glock 29 10-3 Gen 3? Yeah, I think you can. I'm pretty sure who is it? KKM still makes one. So look at that. All right. Lance Pugh, what's up? How you doing? Currently loading up some Barnes 120 grain TTSX for my 264 Winchester mag and watching. Sweet. Awesome. That is awesome. That'll be That'll kill anything in North America. I mean, people go, you can't kill a big moose with that. I just shot a moose with the 127 grain Barnes LRX and a 6.5 by 284. So yeah, you could kill a big moose with that TTSX. It's a little tougher bullet than the LRX. Within reasonable distances, 300 yards, 400 yards. So is uh is what it is. So happening in October. Good, cool. Opinion on 357 SIG bras made out of 40 Smith and Wesson bras. Well, I guess they do shrink it down. I mean, when you have a reduction surgery. No, I'm just kidding. Brass. I know you meant brass. So uh, I don't think so. I think they will form it like that, but who knows? F in 510 or SIG X10. F in 510. Even though the grip's totally uncomfortable, it's more reliable. Way more reliable. There's no stories of it being unreliable. So if a Glock was in a storage, would you store it trigger forward or back when not loaded? Um, well, all my Glocks are loaded, and ready to go. So round in the chamber, everything. Yeah, I would say store it trigger back, but that's just me trying to push 3,200 feet per second with it. So about the same you get with a 6.5 PRC. That's pretty cool. 500 snub nose any good? I'm sure the gun is good. The question is it? Are you any good with it? Because if the bear's on top of you, yeah, and you're just pointing it at the bear, hoping to live your last few seconds before it eats you, yeah, it's gonna do just fine. Um, but if the bear's charging you and you draw, are you gonna do more than scare it off with a warning shot because you can't hit anything with it? So it just is what it is. So burn the boar out. There you go. I used this brass in a hot load for years. There you go. What's the fastest 357 Magnum you load? I haven't loaded any 357 Magnum. Um, I have all the stuff to do it. I just haven't got around to that caliber yet. I got other priorities, and I spent too much time writing music this summer instead of doing reloading. I won't trust my sig again after my 320 went off when I dropped it. There you go. My high point and my judge doesn't do that. There you go. I'm not sure my buddy got it working better or not. It is my cameraman, so that's that. How was that round? Not good. The brass said it came already sized and it really didn't. So I have to take it all apart and try again. Yep. Thanks for the info. You're welcome. Would you buy a Beretta M9? Powerful preps. Welcome to the channel and the chat. I would buy the M9A3. Much more comfortable grip. I got smaller hands. Um, so much more comfortable, straighter grip, smoother a little bit, even threaded barrel, night sights, or the A4, even the M4, A4, M9A4, with the red dot thing on there. That's what I would like to hear. So, the M9 is a very good gun. Yeah, I would buy one. Yeah, a brand new one, sure. But yeah, I would buy the A3. Money not being an option. If money is an option, I'd probably get the 92X because I like the grip better. But it is what it is. That's just me. Did you hear about 2,000 feet per second, 357, 124? That sounds dangerous, my friend. 357 SIG? Yeah. I know you can get 2,000 feet per second in the little 68 grain and 90 grain extreme defenders they have, but 357 SIG, I don't know. Yep. Cool. Thanks for your response. Just sold my 92 A1, got over it. Always selling my Berettas 92 types after I tricked them up. There you go. Yeah. I like better than the M9. I like the Beretta CX4. CX or PX4. The PX4 is just a great gun. The rotating barrel, double action. Man, that thing is accurate too. Yeah, they didn't start only firing pin block on them. There you go. 357 maximum. Yeah, that'll do 124 grain. Yeah, 2,000 feet per second. So is what it is. So Appreciate it. That's good clarification. So, so all right. Don't forget Olight sale going on. Link in the description. The new PL Turbo. For those of you that didn't see the intro, and 3 Pigeons tactical backpacks. Thought I'd pay the bills a little bit there. Well, pay it if y'all actually buy something. That's how those things work. But yeah, uh, yeah, 92 type have to big bore access to me. One of my viewers here built a 10 millimeter um, out of a 96, which is kind of pretty cool. He built it into a 10 millimeter. It's working good. So we'll see how that works. But yeah, it's working good. Um, is what it is. So. So what do y'all think? I'm thinking about doing just a talking video about why I'm going to back to 308 after enjoying 6.5 Creedmoor for so many years. Um, would y'all like to see that or not? CZ needs to make a 10 millimeter. Yep, they do. Bolt action or semi-auto 22 LR for small game. I go bolt action for small game. I prefer bolt action for small game. Take your time, make your shot. Don't try to shoot that squirrel chasing it up the tree, or shoot that grouse when it flies to the next tree through the air, that kind of thing. So is what it is. If you're gonna buy a semi-auto, the best one to buy is the Titman 22. Um, and the reason why I say that is it's a true M4. You get better weight than the plastic Smith and Wesson. So you get much better weight than that, and then you get like everything functions. The takedown pins function. The bolt slap functions. Unlike the Hammerly and the HKs, um, where the bolt stop is just there for decoration, it doesn't actually function. So you can actually train like somebody on a 22 that way. I would say the Tipman is probably the best 22 you can buy. A 1022 is nice. I have one. Marlin 60 is nice. I have one of those. Um, they're both kind of awkward if you're not used to them in their manual of operations, especially Marlin Model 60, but also the 1022 with the little push the button, no last hold shot, bolt hold open, all sorts of weird things with it. So I would definitely say go with the Tipman is the best one you can do. So Alan, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I try to pride myself on my knowledge, but there are people out there that know way more than me. So, is what it is. 10 millimeter shouldn't really be used for polymer guns, and I love Glocks. Maybe, but I've had no issues with my 10 millimeter and polymer guns. It's not the polymer that it's the problem; it's the rifling. Has nothing to do with the problem. I would love to have a 1911 though. All right, or on the 1911 Sig Legion. Yeah, Sig 229 Legion or 1911. Those are your choices if you want an all metal. If you can find them, you also have the EAA. So you have those. Tingfolio EAA. So, and they're a CZ clone. So, um, yeah. So, but don't seem to wear down faster than others. So that's good. Dan Wesson Bruin. That's the one to get. Let me come shoot it. I have not used Otis products. They're not bad, I've been told. Kind of expensive. I'm gonna make a 227 and 10 millimeter. Probably not gonna happen. So I love 1911. Two World Wars. Yep, I know. I get it. 1911 sucks. Okay, we're gonna have a feud here. I love 1911s, but they do suck sometimes. Yeah, it just depends on the quality of gun you get. You get two from the same manufacturer. One would be great. One will be magazine. They're all magazine picky. One will like one magazine, same manufacturer, same gun. It'll like a different kind of magazine. Um, so it is what it is. So 1911s, they're fun to shoot. Um, I like their slimness and all that jazz. So Did someone say CZ? CZ Life. Yeah, someone said CZ. Yeah. I own two CZs now, Daniel. Can you believe that? I own two CZs. So neither one of them is going to stay mine. 1911's in the darn extractor. Yep. Got a free Otis cleaning kit. Works like the others. Cool. Henry Lever X model. Yeah, I've got a review on my channel, and I love my Henry X. It's good. Daniel, can you guess which two CZs I have? Which two CZs do I have? See if you can guess. I'll give you 1 minute. Can we all agree 243 is a FUD round? Yes, yes, we can. Or a youth round, one of the two. Awesome. Yeah, it's a very versatile cartridge. There is that, but getting the bullet weight up, you just can't get the bullet weight up. Nope, I do not have a PO1, and I don't have a Shadow 2. I I'm not that rich. Do you think the rapture is coming? No, no, I do not. Um, if you want to get religious for a second, like I'm a preterist. I believe most of Revelation has actually happened in the past. We know about the guy who walked into the temple. There was somebody in the second or third century AD who walked into the temple, Holy of Holies, or BC, walked into the Holy Holies. Um, one of the warlords, tyrants of leading his army. He went in there and defied the Holy Holies. We like a lot of things have happened in the past. The thing is, and people misinterpret that whole one taken, one left behind. If you read the passage in Luke, the person taken is not the good thing going to heaven. The person taken is being killed by the Romans. Most of those prophecies were actually about the temple in AD 70, the Roman destruction of the temple. So, no, I don't believe the rapture per se, as they say today, is coming. I think it's a very unbiblical thing to believe in. So go read the Luke, the Luke chapter of one taken, one left behind. Um, and Jesus says, Jesus says all the one will be taken, the one will be left in the field, one will be taken, one will be one two will be lying in bed, and one will be taken. Has nothing to do with the rapture. And the disciples ask him in the Luke passage, where will they be taken? And he says, where the vultures circle, there the dead bodies lie. And it's literally because the Romans would take Jews and throw them into mass graves, and that's where the dead bodies were, where they were the vultures were circling. So, um, yeah, there we go. I'm Reformed Christian. Well, Calvinism isn't biblical either, so deformed Christian. Let's just be honest about that. I mean, if like this is my soapbox issue. If Calvinism were real, then Jesus is evil. Jesus can't be die on the cross for your sins. He dies on the sins on the cross for the sins that he committed while he was predestining the sins. Because he's nothing. No, God is no more than a mob hit boss in Calvinism. So he's no better than banging his gavel and ordering a hit. And if you believe in Calvinism, Reformed Christian, that's what it means. You believe God predestined every raped baby. All right, you're no better than your God's no better than Jerry Epstein. So and that God does not come from the Bible; it comes from um, Aristotelian philosophy. Aristotle came up with the idea of that God, and the early Greeks combined it with Christianity and came up with Gnosticism. And when Augustine uh, entered the church, he was that branch of Gnosticism, the Manichaeans, and he entered it back into the church. So I would not I would not brag about being a Reformed Christian, because the two are polar opposites. You're either a Christian or you're a Reformed believer, but you can't be a Reformed Christian. You can't be a Calvinist and a Christian. The two are mutually exclusive, and you'd have to do that. So that's not accurate. Oh no, it's very accurate about Calvinism. You need to research Calvinism. I've read over 27 books on it. You need to research. All right. So, any brand of wood stoves I should check out? Um, most of the wood stoves around here, I just got mine from Lowe's. I don't know, brother. So, is what it is. 4570, probably the oldest still popular cartridge. So it's the OG of FUD rounds. There you go. And I have one. My faith is in the work of Christ. Good. Then don't put it in Aristotle and philosophy and call yourself Calvinism. That's what you believe in. You believe in a pagan god. All right. All right. You don't say you do, but if you research it, you do. Yeah. You don't believe in the God of Bible. Read Romans 9, and instead of taking out that little part in the middle like Calvinists do, read the whole thing. It's not even about individual salvation. Okay. Paul comes to a different conclusion in the same chapter than Calvin does. So, anyway, our church had a split and fired the pastor because he started that Reformed Calvinist stuff. There you go. That's good. That's good. I mean, Calvinism is like the liberals of theology. It's like horrible. So, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, so what rifle light do you recommend? I mean, anything by Streamlight is good. Anything by Olight's good. I like that Olight O3 Warrior S that they sent me, or Warrior 3S. Yeah, Olight Warrior 3S. That thing's been awesome. I hadn't even had to charge it yet. I've been playing around with it a lot. Um, and then that Olight Sigurd has been pretty good. I got that on my 458 SOCOM. I like that. So it is what it is. You're taking a Leighton Flowers position. I don't even know who that is. So I'm a Christian who reads the Bible. That's what the position I'm taking. And you're taking Aristotle and Augustine's position. So I use cheapest Polytac. Yeah, those work too sometimes. Let's see. Probably. Any ideas on what R700 action from a 6mm Remington AI build? I read a long action, but I've heard of short action. Hoping to put light bullets, not heavy. 68 grain. Mr. Lugree. So. When can you see your first snowfall where you are? Anytime now. Anytime now. But I do know what you're talking about when you're referring to Romans 9. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you read the actual end of the chapter. So. Does anyone besides me adjust their eyes to the scope when they install it, or do you use you'll small the level? I level it for horizontal and I adjust it to my eyes for back and forth. Yes, Wasilla is a great town to reside in. It's getting a little crowded though. Use a level system. Yeah, yeah. 300 Savage doesn't get any more fun. That's more of less fun, and that's more that more um that's less fun and more unique these days. Yeah. Well, good. I'll look forward to having a debate with you sometime when you move up here and showing you how wrong you are. Yep. All I can say is this about Calvinism: your God predestines everything that happens. You say it, I say it. I can read it into you in several Calvinist books, even the sin that happens. So your God causes every rape baby. Your God, and I say this with a little g, your little g pagan God, all right, causes every raped baby, causes everything to happen, all for his greater glory. Well, there's no glory in worshiping a little g God that causes every raped baby. There's no glory in that. That is absolute nonsense. All right. So that is your God. All right. I can show you in books where Calvinists say this. All right. So that's double predestination. Yeah, because that's the only logical conclusion from single predestination. So, all right. So, anyway, let's get back on topic to that. Wasn't the 300 Savage the parent case for the 308 Winchester? I think originally, but then they linked in it for foxes on longer range and winning nights. How fast were you looking to get that to go? You weren't saying that. Once you get that first snowfall, will it just start piling up with that? Sometimes, yes. Sometimes we have a first snowfall and then an Indian summer and it melts and we have 50s, 60s again for a few weeks, and then it just drops and plummets. Um, that's that. Thank you, Lance. Let's get back on topic here. Did anyone else grow up with the hunting a 30-30? I did not. No. Um, so we all in peace. Yes, Elon. There you go. Then I guess Elon Musk is your Calvinist god. All right. Uh, will you get a G40 Gen 5 when it comes out? Yes, maybe. Will I buy it when it comes out? No. Um, will I buy one eventually? Yes, because my wife has appropriated my G40. So, is what it is. Making really hot 9mm right now. Regular 115 grain range trash won't run my compensated SIG P229. That's crazy. Did anyone send me some moose meat? No, I didn't send you any moose meat, man. I'm trying to fill my own freezer. I've given away enough to the guy I went hunting with, who's usually in the chat, 67 Rebel SST AMC. To the guy I borrowed the 4-wheeler with, given away enough to a neighbor who went hunting with me a week before. So, um, the G20 Gen 5, it has a break-in period. No, Chook just needed to clean his. No, good guns don't have break-in periods. I like cloudy, cold places. Wasilla or Kenai? Kenai. Kenai will be cloudy and cold for you most of the summer. All right. Biggest, baddest Glock elbow cuff. Yep. There was a test made who actually are an AMPC a couple years ago. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. I hope it's predestined you go there, Alan. Just kidding. Elon is a class. What's a class? All right. Fast for flat directory wind beating. There you go. Man, why'd you go 6mm AI instead of 6mm Creedmoor? Is it that much faster? Because I know 6mm Creedmoor is what faster than 243 by 150 feet per second at least. First rifle I grew up hunting with was a 7x57 Mauser, fairly soft shooting for a kid. There you go. Yep. I don't reload any any 12 gauge. I don't want to get into it. I actually have a 12 gauge press right down here and all the stuff for it. I'm going to give it to my neighbor because he shoots a lot more shotgun. So shooting 90 grain out of 270 Winchester at 3,600 feet per second has a bit too much recoil for my foxing. Oh, too much recoil. So why not slow it down to like 3450? 3450 with a slow burning powder and call it good. Put some IMR 4831 in there, something slow, even a bit slower than that. Who makes the best ultralight rifles? Honestly, Tika and the Kimber are the best ones, but you've got to wait like 5 minutes in between shots to group them. Yeah, there you go. We don't hate Glocks, we just like to make fun of them. I like a long 6mm rim neck. I didn't think of 6mm Creedmoor. There you go. Not yet, but I'm going to learn about it. I want the fast, flat trajectory. Pinion Burson guns, cheaply made. They generally work, but they're cheaply made. Interesting idea, though, slowing it down. Yeah, I mean, excuse me. You don't need your 90 grain 270 to go 3,600. You know, if you want a lot of recoil, I got one right here. Where is it? Sorry. Here we go. This is what you need right here. All right, Mr. Loogie. Okay, this is a 110 grain Barnes in a 300 Winchester Magnum going 39.11, and that's not the fastest I could get it going if I had the right powder, or if I wanted to use the right powder. I have the right powder. It's just I think you need those long necked cases from Peterson before you could use that powder because it was overfilling the neck case. So that's what you want right there. And mine is muzzle braked. It has no recoil. Like if I were coming hunting for foxes and coyotes with you, I'd bring that bad boy. I don't remember how many grains are in here. It's like over 80. It's like 84 or something of was it 4831 SC or something like that? I don't remember. But yeah, there's that. I'm concerned about the bears. Recoil is welcome. Usually need follow up shot. So I'm gonna be honest with you. The best bear defense gun, AR-10. Get you an AR-10 and 338. Federal. What is up, Red Baron? How you doing? Yeah, no recoil. Now I have a muzzle brake on my gun and a good shoulder pad. You know, is it going to kick more than your 6 millimeter? Yeah, it is. But to me, it's not compared to like the 150 or 180 grains. Yeah, 4570 for bears all day long. Do you know if Grizzly Hardcast is gas checked or coated? I have a stock G20 and 20 rounds to be hard to clean or dangerous. Stupid polygons. First of all, get a KKM barrel and you don't have to worry about it. And they work. They work well. Secondly, uh, Grizzly to me has been so inconsistent in every test I've had. I will never put one in my gun again. In fact, I was shooting Grizzly one day and the primers were backing out. So I had primers falling all over my gun and one jammed the gun up. And so I go to reload the brass and the primer falls out that I put the primer in that brass. Their primer pockets were bad. Like I'll never put Grizzly ammo in my gun again. So don't do it. If you can't find extreme penetrators or you can't find the Buffalo Bore 190 grains, there's a couple places right now that have the Fiocchi bonded full metal jacket bullets, and Underwood's full metal jackets are a spear bonded bullet, I believe. I'd have to double check it. But I shot the Underwood bullet through so much stuff, and it didn't show a dent or anything. Like it looked like it was the bonded bullet. That was a 165 grain Underwood. So I know the 180 and 200 grain full metal jackets would be okay. Flat nose full metal jackets. Do those instead, man. Um, don't do don't do the Grizzly. Find something. You know, if you live here in Alaska, let me know. I'm sure Arctic ammo and Alaskan ammo have those in stock. So Hunter Kirk, have a good night. Well, I'd rather have a 1006 myself, but Glock 20 is all you can have. It is what it is. Thoughts on 444 Marlins? Dead. You can't find guns. You can't find ammo for it. It's dead. It's a good cartridge. It's great. It died when Marlin died. I love 300 Win Mag. I want some AP rounds. Yeah, me too. Yeah, you're welcome, dude. What holster would you recommend for a 460 VXR? Kenai Gunfighters. Gunfighters Inc. Kenai chest rig. If they make it for it. So everybody says 35 Wheeling for bears. Again, you can't get guns. You can't get ammo. Nobody makes a gun for it. Nobody makes any ammo for it nowadays. All right, back to your original question. Which R700 action? To be honest with you, they're so expensive these days. I mean, I like that Aero Precision action. This new Solus. You want to buy just the action? It's a 700. I believe it's a 700 basis. And then Weatherby has their new action, and there's all sorts of actions on Brownells. I don't know anything about them, to be honest with you. To be honest with you, I would go buy a cheap barreled action Remington 700 ADL and go from there. So you gave away why you were going to 308. I did? I gave it away already? Yeah, 12 gauge Black Magic Magnum are good for bringing bears down, but don't get them wet. Don't get them wet. They will not. They will not fire. American Rifle Company nucleus action. There you go. Original Remington action. Get a short action or a long action, whatever it takes. If you're trying to seat the bullets long, get a long action. So Brownells has the Howa 1500 actions as well available. Yeah, they got barreled actions for them for cheap. I have the John Wick holster from Gunfinders for a 329 PD. It has the Bigfoot camo on it. Really fast holster. Cool. Yeah, good to see you, Red Baron. Yeah. You can always fit a longer casing in a long action. It if it's a long action cartridge. If it's a short action cartridge and you have a long throat, who cares? But if you're gonna load the bullets long where the magazine length is gonna be an issue, get a long action. It won't matter. So it's all about what you're gonna do with the bullets. What's your favorite movie with firearms in it? Oh, John Wick. For a firearms movie. Oh, Man on Fire too. Tried many calibers over years, but I keep going back to 308. Yeah. Thanks, Sam. Who's Sam? Anyway. Um, Maybe. I mean, it's all going to be based on where your trucking job is stationed too. There's that. So, is what it is. Hope to seat small bullets out near the lands. You really do need that long neck. Hmm. I don't know. I'm not familiar enough with the cartridge, so. Um, the special forces don't kick near as much. They're an all steel slug construction. They're wrapped. They do a very good job on bringing bears down. And you can shoot them faster because the recoil is almost non-existent. Yes, I do consider it safe, Fernando. I have several videos on my reloaded ammo, um, from bear rounds to self-defense rounds and stuff like that. So yes, I absolutely consider it safe. Loogie was my dog. Oh man, Maggie was my dog. I miss her so much. All right, people keep telling me I'm a professional. Keep hearing that I'm just a professional. Just a professional. Yeah. I hope you have more time. Forgiveness is between them and God. It's my job to arrange the meeting. Yeah. Uh, the last John Wick movie is a ripoff of the Warriors. I hadn't seen the last one. I only seen number two. I didn't see number one. Yeah. So wish they had the how barreled actions available in Weatherby cartridges. I know they make the Weatherby Vanguard. Yeah, I know because I'd like to have it in 3378 Weatherby. I'd even settle for a 30 Nosler or a 300 rum or something like that. But I haven't seen it available yet. My name's Chuck, man. So anyway, it's such a good movie. That Man on Fire is my favorite movie of all time. I think. Um, a close second. So many good one-liners in it, but a close second would be the Rock. Not the movie, not the person, The Rock. The movie, The Rock, with Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery. I uh, I love that movie. Your best losers always whine about their best. Winners go home and the prom queen. So you too, brother. All right. Well, it has been about 45 minutes. It is 8:22 in Alaska on a Tuesday night. So those of you on the East Coast, I know what it is. Do you own any rifles in a Weatherby cartridge? I do not. The only one I plan on getting, there'd be two I plan on getting, maybe three. I would want to get a 3378 because it's the fastest 30 caliber. So I'd want to get a 30 378. I would want to get a 6.5 300 Weatherby, and I would want to get a I think I'd want to get a 257 Weatherby. I think those are the three I'd want. Um, that's just me. So uh, mainly for the same purpose, just to send bullets faster. 6.5 300 Weatherby is the only thing that consistently sends things faster than a 6.5 PRC. So it's like, eh, that's fairly common out there. So Justin Perriman, I hope you're having a good night too. Wonder the 6.8 SPC is being manufactured. Yes, it is. I've seen some. Yeah, I don't trust a shotgun for browns. You're more likely to get it wet as a bear ambushes you and it get dropped. Have a good sling. Yep, absolutely. Stream crossings, kayaking, stuff like that. Hey man, hope you're having a good night. You too. Yeah. 6.8 SPC is a nice one. Man, I don't have a Rex 01. No, I don't. All right. You want to send me one to review? I'll review it and send it back to you. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. Guys, God bless. Take care. We'll see you at the range. Don't forget the Olight sale. All right, link in the description. Don't forget our 3 Pigeons backpack. Link in the description. All right, guys. God bless. Take care. We'll see you at the range. Okay. Gonna get wet in Alaska. There you go. All right. Have a good one. I'll get back to researching fast flat 6mm cartridges. They're all fast and flat. It just depends on what you want. Why don't you go wildcat and get a 6mm 300 Weatherby? Take a 6.5mm 300 Weatherby, 6.5 by 300 Weatherby, and just neck it down to 6mm. There you go. All right. See ya.